Aye, we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I think? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
Yeah, watch Popeyes, mama. Where I watch?
Popeye.
Greetings viewers and subscribers. Now, let me tell you how we do things over here, so. Just in case you never know, YouTubers like myself, we are paid by the amount of views, not by the amount of subscribers to the channels. So what that means is that if you are watching the videos and you are not subscribed to the channel, we as YouTubers will be paid based on your views. But here's the deal. Yeah, man, here's the deal. I don't mind being criticized because at the end of the day, you don't have to agree with everything or anything that I say. But what I will not allow is for you to come in the comment section and is constantly being disrespectful. As much as I want your view or your views, I am gonna block you. I have been on other person's YouTube channel and I see person attacking the presenter the wickedest way, and they continue to do it on a regular basis. Not over here, so. I watch my comment section like a hawk, and as soon as you step out of line and start with the nastiness, remember me tell you, you are gonna be blocked. The same thing obtains on Facebook, but understand this. I am not paid to post anything on Facebook, even though I post things over there on a daily basis. Anytime I see the disrespectful comments, you are gonna be blocked. No two ways about it. Go and start your own YouTube channel or start your own Facebook page and diss me up. But let me tell you something. I will not allow you to come on this channel. This is a channel that I work so hard to build, to come over here so come style me up the wickedest way. No, it not gonna work. Got it? In yesterday's video, if you checked the title, I had used the word rapping instead of raping. The use of that word was deliberate because YouTube robots, they have a way of flagging certain words. Now, I told you about the arrest and charge of dancehall artist Shevon Jarrett, also known as Jafrass. Jafrass and 3 others, they were charged by the police for rape and grievous sexual assault. Now, I don't know, and I will not try to find out. When was it that the report was made to the police? What I digged and found out was that the police, they had contacted the guys who were accused from last week, and arrangements were made for them to hand in themselves to the police on Monday, September 2. I am told that they went to the police on Monday. I am told that Trey and the twins, they did not go in because unconfirmed reports are that they are off the island. So Jafrass and the others, they were not picked up by the police. They surrendered. I have seen where some persons are calling the name of a guy in the area, and they are saying he is the one who has encouraged the girl to go and report it. That may be true, but the bigger question is the allegation true or not? People of Bullet Tree, how long have you been hearing the rumor about this alleged crime? Like I said, I am not the one trying the case, but I am watching this one. More to come. In this report, yesterday morning, Friday, September 6, about some minutes after 7 o'clock, a lady in her early 40s, she's living at Valencia Parkway in the Portmore Villas area of Gregory Park in Portmore. She securely locked up her house and left to bring her son to school. But a thieving boy named Bredda, he was watching her. As the lady left, Bredda, he entered the house through her bedroom window. He stole several sheet sets, one blue Nike knapsack bag, and a pink floor mat. Bredda, he then made good his escape, but not for long. When the lady returned home less than half an hour after she had left, she realized that the house was broken into and she made an alarm. Residents of the area, they held on to thieving Bredda. He was found with all the items that he had stolen from the lady's house. Bredda, he was subsequently handed over to the police and he confessed that yes, he was the one who broke into the house and thieved the stuffs. His correct name is Antwone Gary Robinson. He is 18 years old and he is living at Glenville Lane in the Christian Penn area of Gregory Park. Bredda, he was charged for the offenses of housebreaking and larceny, and he'll be going to the courts shortly. In this next report, we are learning that last night, Friday, September 6, about 8:30, a 29-year-old security guard, he was held with an illegal .45 Ruger pistol at the entrance to the shoe market in Montego Bay. He was seen acting suspiciously and he was searched by the police. The gun was taken from his waistband. I'll be updating this story in a subsequent video. Stand by for that. And still in Montego Bay, a business place was shut up and a guy is lucky to be alive. Our information is that yesterday morning, Friday, September 6, about 8:30, a guy known as Johnny, he's said to be in his 20s. Johnny, he walked into a shop at Upper King Street in Montego Bay. No one else was in the shop when Johnny entered. We are told that while Johnny was in the shop, a white Toyota Axio motor car drove up and stopped in front of the shop. A hoodlum came out of the Axio with a gun in his hand and opened gunfire at Johnny. Johnny, he ran off and he hid behind the counter. The hoodlum, he continued firing shots through the glass showcase in the shop. Johnny, he then managed to run through a side door of the shop and made good his escape. The hoodlum, he then jumped back into the Axio and made good his escape. We are told that Johnny, he was not hit, but there were several gunshot damages to the concrete wall inside the shop and the glass showcase. We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, 10 9mm Spen shells were recovered from the scene. Now, you see why the mayhem always a keep? Because my information is that Johnny, he made no report to the police, and I am sure Johnny, he knows exactly who it is that tried to kill him. What do you think is gonna happen next? And this is not me wishing for anything to happen, but I am just keeping it real. The mayhem over in Westmoreland. Passengers traveling in a taxi yesterday afternoon are now traumatized, to say the least. This is due to an incident that took place yesterday afternoon, Friday, September 6, about 2:30, broad daylight. It took place at Bastard Cedar Walk in the Petersfield area of Westmoreland. You remember a report I carried about the killing of that guy on your screen. His name is Jevaughn Jerome Campbell, but he was popularly known as Cribby. Cribby was 28 years old and he lived at Bastard Cedar Walk in the Petersfield area, the same area where this incident took place. Word on the street is that this shooting incident has something to do with Cribby's killing. Are you following me? No, I am not here saying that the guy who was the target of this attack has anything to do with Cribby's death, but word on the street in Petersfield is that this shooting has something to do with Cribby's death. Reports are that a taxi that plied the route Savannah Lamar to Petersfield was loaded with about 5 passengers. In the front of the taxi was a male in his early 20s. We are told that this male is from a community close to where Cribby was killed. So the taxi driver, he drove to Bastard Cedar Walk to pick up a 15-year-old Frome High School student. The driver, he stopped at the young girl's feet, and the guy who was in the front of the taxi, he came out to allow the young girl to go in the car. A brown Toyota Axio motor car drove up and stopped. A hoodlum jumped out of the Axio with a gun in his hand. The hoodlum, he opened gunfire at the guy who had just came out of the car to allow the female to go in. The hoodlum, he then jumped back into the Axio and made good his escape. When the smoke was clear, it was realized that 2 persons were shot. The 15-year-old Frome High School student, she received gunshot wounds to her right leg, while the guy, he received gunshot wounds to his left shoulder and his neck. They were rushed to hospital where they were treated and admitted. Remember me tell you, this car was loaded with passengers. The mayhem. Now, over in the parish of St. James, a 21-year-old female, she's now battling for life in hospital. And the truth is, if this female survives, her life will never ever be the same again. Her name is Tanya Smith, and she's said to be a customer service representative. She's living in Montego Bay. Our information is that Tanya, she was standing along the road at the intersection of Gaintree Road and Straddle Drive in Montego Bay when a guy wearing a hoodie walked up. This guy, he then doused Tanya with a bottle of corrosive substance. This substance is suspected to be acid. The guy, he then ran away, making good his escape. We are told that Tanya, she received severe burns to her face and her body. A passerby rushed with her to hospital where she was admitted in a very serious condition. And you know what the truth is? Yeah man, you know what the truth is? Most times you have attacks like these. The motive is usually jealousy. Let's hope that this animal is brought to justice, and let's hope for the best for Tanya. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button. As also, hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be one of the first to be notified. Now, in the final story for today, are the final stories for today. In yesterday's video, I told you about the killing of that hoodlum on your screen. His name is Carlington Godfrey, but he was popularly known as Tommy. Next month, on October 13, Tommy, he will be celebrating his 37th birthday. Tommy is from Grangill in the parish of Westmoreland. And like I said before, Tommy, he was wanted by the police for several cases of murder. Yesterday morning, Friday, September 6, about minutes to 9 o'clock, a team of police officers, they went to a house at Salmon Point in the Little London area of Westmoreland when they were confronted by Tommy, and in a few seconds it was all over. Tommy, he was down, and the police, they are saying that Tommy, he was found clutching a Glock 19 9mm pistol with the serial number intact. It was affixed with an empty magazine. It is also reported that one of the police officers, he received a gunshot wound to his left index finger. He was treated at hospital and released. Listen this now. Listen me carefully. Like I told you before, Tommy, he was wanted for the shooting death of that guy on your screen. His name is Sheldon Shakes, but he was popularly known as Shelbo. Follow me now. Follow me closely. Tommy and that guy on your screen, they were friends. Well, I'm not even sure if you can call it friends, because what had happened is Tommy, he was collecting extortion money from some scammers in the Townhead and Burn Savannah area of Westmoreland. That guy's name is Jowaine Reid, but he was popularly known as Bigga. On May 26, earlier this year, Bigga, he celebrated his 19th birthday. Bigga lived at Board Scheme in the Townhead area of Westmoreland. What we are learning is that in the day of Friday, April 12, earlier this year, Bigga and a guy known as Maxi or Maximum, they had a dispute. Word on the street is that Bigga, he told his shatter friend Tommy about the dispute. It is being said that the dispute continued in the night at the party that was being held at Truro in the parish of Westmoreland. It is said that Tommy, he tried to shoot Maximum, and Sheldon, who was trying to calm things down, he was shot and killed. Now, ever since Sheldon, also known as Shelbo, was killed, persons associated with Shelbo, they have been hell-bent on killing as much people as possible who they think had anything to do with his death. That same night after Shelbo was killed, Max's mother's house was burnt down. On Friday night, May 3, that guy on your screen, he was shot and killed in the area. His name is Leon Anglin, but he was popularly known as Rusty or Chin. Word on the street is that Chin, he was a close friend of Tommy, who had killed Shelbo. Now, remember I told you that scammers in the area, they used to pay Tommy extortion money. Those two brothers on your screen, the one to your left is Damion Powell, but he was popularly known as Donkey Knee. He was a 44-year-old auto mechanic. The one to your right is Collin Daley, but he was also known as Gary, Reds or Birdie. He was 42 years old and he operated a shop in the Burn Savannah area. Word on the street is that from time to time, Tommy, he used to sleep at one of the brothers' house. It is also said that Tommy, he used to instruct persons who he was extorting to leave the extortion money at Red's shop. Tommy, he was now wanted by both Hoodlums and the police for killing Shelbo, so Tommy, he fled the area. On the night of Saturday, May 11, about 9 o'clock, persons were at Red's shop playing domino when Hoodlums entered and opened gunfire, killing both brothers. A 61-year-old man, he received a gunshot wound to his right leg. The police, they had recovered over 30 9mm spent shells from that scene. Now, remember I told you that it was that guy, 19-year-old Jowaine Reid, also known as Bigga, and Maximum, who were in the dispute that led to the mayhem. Last night, Friday, September 6, about 9:15, Bigga and another guy, they were walking to his home at Board Scheme in the Townhead area. They were walking through a lane when they were confronted by two hoodlums who were armed with guns. The hoodlums opened gunfire at them. Bigga and the other guy, they ran off in different directions. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape on foot in the area. When the smoke was clear, Bigga, he was found with gunshot wounds to his head. He died on the spot. The police, they were called, and when they processed this crime scene, a number of 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend, for tell a friend, for tell a friend.
Papa Music, God TV, like, subscribe and share. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, it will be unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime is a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, sweet Jamaica.
Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Good boy them knock out can't take, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane. Everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of